Sutra 42 section spoken by the awakened one. We are on section 11. So good evening, my dear Shankar. Welcome for tonight meditation and Dharma talks. Today, July 11, 2018. Everyone have a wonderful holiday so far. Enjoy the cold weather. So tonight we talk about section 11. So Michael, can you read the whole thing?
Section 11. The increase in merit gained by bestowing food. The Buddha said, giving food to 100 bad people was not as good as giving food to a single good person. Giving food to 1,000 good people was not as good as giving food to one person who holds the 5 precepts. Giving food to 10,000 people who hold the 5 precepts is not as good as giving food to a single Slotapanna. Giving food to 1,000,000 Slotapannas is not as good as giving food to a single Sakridagaman. Giving food to 10 million Sakridagaman is not as good as giving food to a single Anagaman. Giving food to 100 million Anagamans is not as good as giving food to a single Arhat. Giving food to 1 billion Arhats is not as good as giving food to a single Pratyeka Buddha. Giving food to 10 billion Pratyeka Buddhas is not as good as giving food to a Buddha of the 3 periods of time. Giving food to 100 billion Buddhas of the 3 periods of time is not as good as giving food to a single person who is without thoughts, without dwelling, without cultivation, and without accomplishment.
Okay, thank you. So this chapter talk about generosity, giving. Right? So as you see, the Buddha giving an example of how a person be a giver, donate generosity. So in general, we have 3 kinds of generosity. The first is usually materials, the second is the Dharma, and the third is giving up not fear. So last time we talked about the 3 giving. So the giving means to, first of all, we have to offer joy, happiness, love to a person we stay around with us. So the Buddha compare giving, first he compared giving 100 bad people is not a giving a good, just a single good person. Why is that? In generally, when we give in 100 bad people, they use their money, they use their food to do what? To do bad. Right? But if you give in just a one good person, they're doing good, means your merit and virtue will increase. But if you feed in the bad people, they use your money, your food to do bad things, means your merit and virtue will decrease. Right? This is very simple, right? So he compare, put your merit and virtue to a land with a lot of drought. It's not cannot able to grow your merit and virtue, but put your merit and virtue to a good land, so it will grow and produce. Just like if you borrow, you give someone borrow money, right? If you give someone good interest, then you have more interest, right? If you give a person with no interest, then what? You don't receive any, right? So he compared by contract with our practice from a delusion mind to awakened mind, right? So it doesn't matter how much you give food to a bad person, they always do bad. That means you feed a bad person, they will harm the world more. And then you become what? You have less merit and virtue. But if you give it a one good person who are able to do good, kindness, compassion, so your merit and virtue will arise. So don't, if it is mean, let it go. Don't hang on it. Right? And then the second, he said, giving food to 1,000 1,000 good people not as good as giving a one person who hold the 5 precepts. 1,000 people who never take the precept, they can break the precept. But a person who honestly take the 5 precepts, they follow the 5 precepts, they can achieve enlightenment. So that person is what? It's better than hundreds of thousands of good people, right? Because in their mind they have still greed, envy, delusion. But that person who able to take the 5 precepts, they know the path, the way to get enlightenment. So it means that even 1,000 cannot compare to one person who enlightened. And then he go on and on until you give him 1,000,000, 10,000 of people who hold the 5 precepts. It's not as good as giving a single person who in the level of enlightenment, what we call Sotapanna. Sotapanna is the first stage of enlightenment, right? So if a person who enlightenment is have more merit and virtue, then 10,000 people who have picked the 5 precepts, but they have not enlightened yet. You see that? So he goes stage by stage to the level of then the third, the fourth stage, giving food to 10 million. 1 million sabati. Sotapanna is the second stage. The first stage, giving 10 million. 1 million. First stage, not good at to a single Sakvidagaya, it's the second level of enlightenment. And then the third level of enlightenment is Anaganami. And the fourth level is an arahant. And the fifth level is what? Pakayi, Pritiya, Buddha. But if you give 10 billion Pritaya, Buddha is not given a person who has become a Buddha. Right? And then you give in food 100 billion of Buddha for 3 periods, past, present, the future, are not as good as it giving a single person who without thought, without grounding, without cultivation, and without a compass. You know what? Who's that person? Your Buddha nature. Doesn't matter how much you donate to all Buddha outside, just outside, right? But the matter is you have to go back to your awakened mind. You see that? All you give in is your merit and virtue. But when you use that merit and virtue, it will come. But if you go back to your awakened nature, the merit and virtue will never disappear. But never gone. That's why in Buddhism we want us all to go back to our awakened nature. That's the main thing. Right? So he compares from the state of the delusion person to the highest awakened Buddha nature, the level of our practice. So given here has been the gift of offer one to be joyous, to be present in that moment. If a person who always live in the past or the future, not equal a person who always live in that moment. Because they live in with the delusion, anxiety, fear of mind, frustrated mind. But if a person who live in the moment, they have no fear, no anxiety, no stress, right? So this is a story about this little boy. His father is very rich. Every day his father go to work, sometimes a month or 2 months. And then on that day, his birthday, and the father said, "What can I give to you for your birthday?" And the boy, he have everything, right? His father is a billionaire. He want anything that his father give. And the boy said, "Dad, I just want you to be with me." That's all. Because he realized that father just always go on the working, never at home with him. Right? So his birthday, he wants his father to stay with him. Right? So be present, truly present with that person. That's a true giving. So we are fortunate that we have a family always with us, the person we love, right? Always in that moment. Sometimes we sit eating in a family reunion, but actually we are not sitting together. We sit in and we talk on phone or texting or do something. We are not fully present with that person, right? So that is the true giving, is to present yourself, your nature to that person in that moment. So that's why when I do monk, we talk to lay people, we advise them, we put our phone away. We have to be that moment with them, to listen with them. If you put your phone in your pocket and then you read in your text, that means that what? You are not fully present with that person. Because right now they need help. You have to be 100% fully present in that moment. And they're able to feel your energy, right? So our family is the same thing. Sometimes we eat dinner with family, sometimes we text, or sometimes we play some game, right? Actually, we're not present. Actually, our body is here, but our mind is somewhere else. So our teaching is to be body, mind in that moment with that person. That is true love, true person. Even though we have only a short time, but that is a lot of merit and virtue. But every day we with them, but we are not with them. Only our body, but not our mind, right? So you see that? So that is the offer giving with present your true self with a person. Every minute, every moment, every second. So even though the time is short, but it's very strong, very powerful. But sometimes you say you be with that person all of your life, but actually you're not there. It's worth it, right? You see that? So whatever you have a loved person, be with him, with your body, with your mind in that moment, right? So you can able to give them energy. So our practice, love, compassion. Sometimes our children need help, or our father or mother, or a person who are in anxiety, fear. We have to be fully with them, support them. Even though we say, oh, I'm here, but your mind somewhere else. Your mind thinking about the bill, the working somewhere else. So just like be a doctor, right? If you are a doctor, you have to be fully present with your patient. They can feel your energy. Sometimes if you thought they have sickness, pain, but when they truly see yourself, they truly see you, your mind, your body there, the illness, the pain will be less. Right? So here the Buddha say, the greatest gift we can offer anyone is our truly present, even a second, a minute, an hour. Right? So that's the first giving. The second giving, he say that we have to be stability, we have to be solid. Right? If we want to be a role model for our children, our mom, our kid, our whatever, we have to be stability, right? We have to be strong. Just like you teach your kids, say, oh, don't smoke, don't drink, and then what you do? You hide behind, you smoke and drink, right? They will not follow, right? So you have to be truly stability, solid. The third is the freedom, right? Freedom here means that we have to free of our craving, jealous, despair, fear, and wrong perception. So if you freely yourself with this affliction, then you can help that person. For example, you still have anxiety, you say, you cannot help that person anxiety, right? Because you still have sickness, right? You have to overcome that affliction. Then you can help them. Just like a doctor, if you're sick, you go to tell your person, don't get sick, but you right now you're coughing, sick, and pain, cannot do that, right? You have to be let go. That's why the Buddha, the same thing. He already get enlightenment, he already have no more fear, anxiety, jealous, despair. That's why he teaching. People can be able to follow his path. Right? So the third thing is freedom. Freedom is mean you have to free your mind, free yourself, free your craving, your anger, your jealousy. It's like we go teaching people jealous. Don't be jealous, but inside of you, what? You're jealous, right? You cannot do that. So that's why we can encourage them. We still have jealous, but we can encourage them. I'm still have jealous, but only 30 or 40%, because we are human, right? We are not fully enlightened yet. But we can serve them, respect them. So that is the third giving. The fourth giving is giving of freshness. What is freshness? We are like flowers. Every day we give that person smiling, compassion, warm heart. If you that day you are angry, frustrated, fear, and then you are close to that person, then they will afraid. Right? So that's why you have to be like a flower. When they come close to you, they feel comfortable. They feel non-fear. Right? They feel like home, like a person who cares. So sometimes we ask ourselves, why cannot teach my kid? Why cannot teach my grandma or my mom and dad? Because you have no refreshness. Right? So that's why when we teach someone, we have to be what? Be like flowers, like smiling, compassion, loving kindness. So that person can feel your energy. So that is how many already? Number 5 already, right? 4. The last one is space. Sometimes we need space. We need space for ourselves. Right? A rose, a garden, a flower, a tree cannot grow together, right? We have to have space. If they have space, they can grow stronger. So us, we are the same thing. Sometimes we need space for ourselves. Sometimes we are need with a family, sometimes we need by ourselves. Because when we deal with a group of people, we have lost energy. We burn out. Now we have a time for ourselves. So like a Buddhist monk, the same thing. Every day we have to deal with people, but at night, in the morning, in the day, we have to have our space, ourselves, to contemplate. If you go with the people all the time, then what? You lost your energy. You burn out. Right? So sometimes you need time for yourself. You don't need your kid, your husband, or no one. You just sit by yourself in a room and energy, what we call charging energy. Recharge. Right? Because we use the whole day, energy is burning out. So we need the same thing. As a Buddhist monk, every morning we have to wake up, we charge our energy. 3 in the morning, charge until 6. And then before we go to sleep, we charge another 2 hours. Right? For a Buddhist monk, we work 24 hours a day. We work 7 a day a week, we have no vacation. Right? For your guy, you have vacation, right? For us, like, we work all the time. Why don't we get tired? Because we use sentient being, happiness is our energy. When we help one sentient being, that means we charge our energy. So that's why when we are lost, we gain more energy. Right? Sometimes you're working and you say, I need 1 month of vacation, 3 months of vacation. Just like you, when you are sick, you are ill, you have your time. Because as a Buddhist monk, we don't have no day off, right? How come we don't get sick? Even though we get sick, but We have this energy, right, from the people, from our practice, to reach out. So that's what we need is space. And the last one, we need to understand, right? All the problem caused in this world is we don't understand each other. Family can break, husband and wife can divorce, children can fight each other because they don't understand each other. So the last one, we have to understand. First we have to understand ourselves, right? Then we can understand other people. Sometimes we say, oh, how come that person is so stupid? We saw them so simple. Because we are not in that situation. Their mind is different from us. Right? So that's why we have to understand each person have different background. Just as a Buddhist monk, we can teach everyone differently. Nobody is the same. Right? But if you're a teacher, you go teach second grade, they probably sometimes all the same, but the level of learning is different, right? So we have to be patient, right? That kid learn differently. Other children, they learn differently. Everyone have perceived differently. Sometimes we have 5 or 10 children, right? We teach them, we thought they are the same. They inherit us, but they are the same. Actually, they're not the same. Each person have different karma, different understanding. So the last one, we have to offer giving of understanding. So in our practice is to give, is to give freshness, spray, understanding, stability, be truly present. That is called truly giving. Doesn't matter how you love that person. You can get materials, but the material will not be happy. You can give your children thousands of dollars, but it does not bring him or her happiness. Actually, you give the thing. Right? You see a lot of rich children, they are not happy, right? Because their parents are not always at home. They are always working. Right? The mom have to working, the dad have working, and children they throw in the nurse, what we call daycare, right? When they go home, the kids sleep. You see that? So sometimes we have to schedule our time with our children. Right? So this is very important. So the true giving here is the practice of giving, generosity, giving of oneself, truly present in that moment. Just like a Buddhist monk, sometimes we have a lot of students, right? We cannot be here with them all the time. But when they come with us, we are fully present with them. Even in 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, they can feel that we are with them all the time. Because we are fully with that moment. Right? So you do the same thing with your family. Right? You don't have to stay 10 or 20 or 30 years together. Just stay 1 hour with them, but fully present. They can feel deeply your energy. So in the flower, they have 6 petals, right? The first petal is giving. That's why we recite paramita. Paramita, the first thing is giving, offering, generosity. The second is petal is mindfulness training, or we call perception, perception. The third is have to be patient, right? And the fourth is have to be energy, diligent. And the fifth is meditation. The sixth is wisdom, insight, understanding. So that is the 6 paramita. The 6 paramita we practice. First we have to generosity, right? For example, if you come with that person, you have no generosity, they will not accept right away. The first thing you do, you meet that person, what do? You smiling. You shake hand. You hug, right? You show what? Generosity. Then you take the precept. Then the next step, continue. Right? If you met that person with mean, angry, frustrated, they will run away. Right? They say, oh, forget about it. Let's go home. So when you greet a family member or friend who come to your house, what do? You have smiling, shake hand, enjoy, right? Make them feel comfortable. So that is our practice to the level of giving, increase our merit. So every day we give it, not only giving to our family, giving the environment, giving the tree, the plant, the space, the energy around us. Right? We give it all the time. Sometimes we have to give it what? Love, compassion. Right? So if the last day of the Buddha say, the best giving is without thought, without dwelling, without cultivation, without accomplish. Means the person who is able to live with a true awakened nature, a love, a compassion with infinity. But if that person has not truly enlightenment yet, the gift or the generosity will not be strong. You still have some kind of duality. Right? So that's why he said the last thing is the highest giving. I mean, you have to awake yourself. That's the highest giving. Right? Every person have to achieve that awakened nature. Right? For example, you never awaken, but doesn't matter how much money, how much material you give to the Buddha, you're still in the samsara. Right? But here you're out of samsara. So that's the best giving. So the Buddha, before he passed away, say, one of his students asked, when you pass away, what do we give you the most? How can we offer you? The Buddha said, each of you have to be enlightened, to save yourself. That is my giving. It's like when we have children, when we are about to die, what we do? What do we give? All the money, they will spend all the money. You have to be strong, have to be creative, we have to be work, you have to have a job, right? The job, the study, the education, the thing will help you to be go on and on, to continue your life, to be rich life. But it doesn't matter how mom and dad give you all the children the money, sooner or later they will spend all. Then they don't learn, they don't have a job, then they'll be homeless. You see that? So the Buddha said the same thing. My student, the thing that you give me is to get enlightened, to become awakened, and to help all sentient beings. That is your giving to me. Right? So you don't have to give him food or fruit or whatever, that's giving, right? But you have to awaken, enlightenment. So this is his teaching to his disciple. So the three things we must give, what? The first thing, what? Materials, right? Physical, mental, right? Dharma, teaching, helping. And the third is non-fear. Somebody fear of something, we have to be present with him. Help them relieve their fear. Right? That's the three things of giving. So every day we practice giving. Love, compassion. Every morning we meditation. After we meditate, we send our love, compassion to all sentient beings. Let all sentient beings to be happy, joy, no more suffering. Right? So every day we meditate. Before, after meditation, we send out loving kindness. Because right now, all sentient beings are suffering. In the world, suffering, not in the world, but bottom, in the lower realm, is more suffering. Right? So this is our giving. Every day we give in all all the time, but we don't know, right? Everybody give it in here? Just go to the food bank and give, that's all. Everything we give, right? We give the CO. Usually tree, they consume CO. The tree give us what? Oxygen, right? So we giving them CO2. CO, right? Or CO2? CO2, right? The tree, oh, I love your CO2. And then the tree give you, oxygen, right? That's why our monastery have a tree, have a plant, have a green, right? Because we send out love, compassion. So you can tell by the place that person live. If that person live with environment with strong love, then the environment will, the plant, the tree, or the lake will build strong. The animals. Like yesterday I went to the pond city. Yesterday the raccoon come by. And I had one of the donut, voodoo donut. Anybody know the term voodoo donut? I think one of the person who bought from Portland. And then I just eat half and give the raccoon half. And the raccoon so happy because it's so sweet. And I went in and gave some more and then the cat right there. Lying. I go get some bread. And so sometimes animals, they see you, they're afraid, but when you give food, kindness, compassion, they come with you. So this is giving. Anybody have any question, comment about this section? So in general, when at the monastery, a lot of people bring a lot of food. We cannot eat all the food, right? What we do? Give all the animals, a lot of insects, a lot of birds, a lot of peanut here. So whatever left over, we give it to the animal. Sometimes we give to the lay people. So this is giving. So Jim has any comment, question about this section? Giving, right? So this week you can practice giving. Generosity, giving love, giving compassion, giving the most giving is truly present in that person. To be mindful, fully with mind and body, not just your body. Sometimes our body we say, I'm here, but your mind is somewhere else. That's only how many percent? Only 50%. So we giving the whole moment person. To remind us, August 11th, we have a sign up for retreat, for summer retreat. So every year we have 2 retreats in spring and summer. Yeah, August 11th. So, any question, comment? Anything that yes, go back there?
Well, I was hoping somebody else would ask a question.
Okay.
If it's not particularly recommended to give food to bad people, then what other things might be especially recommended to give to bad people?
Love, compassion. Yes.
Aren't you making a judgment about somebody that you really don't know the circumstances about? If you're judging somebody as bad?
Actually, it's not a judging, it's help children. It's like beginner. It's like children. You cannot play with bad people. You teach your children, right? As beginner. That's what the Buddha teach from the beginner person to advanced. If you already advanced, then you can give all bad people, help them, right? It's like when we are a child, mom said, don't play with bad kids, bad children. Stay away from them. You will what? You will be like them, right? So here the Buddha say the same thing. So don't misunderstand that do not give bad person mean like that. Mean stay away from beginner. But when you are Buddha, you have to give the bad people. Use bad people as your friend. Use your enemy as your friend. For advanced teaching, practitioner. But here we teach beginner. Stay away that place. Just like when I told you stay away from the mall, casino. When you advance practice, you can go casino, mall, right? So here, the same thing. Just like bad people here is like people who murder, who's robbing. Like you met a robber, you say, go rob some more, go rob some more. Then what? You encourage them to do robbing, bad thing, because you bring more karma for yourself. You see that? So don't misunderstand the level of low level, the childhood level to adult. Advanced practitioner. Okay. Any? Yes.
So it's not the same as if somebody asks you to donate, let's say, to a prison system in a third world country, you know, people are dying of hunger. And just because they're in prison, you can still donate food to them.
Yeah, that's our love, our compassion. We can donate. Yeah. But here he say that people here like teach your children to stay away. Okay. Nothing.
It's a different topic, but Troy mentioned that he continued his fast, which I found very interesting. And I'm just wondering if there was anything he wanted to relate about his past week or how it's going or what it's like. He had a kind of extended fast.
Why don't you fasting?
Me?
Yeah, and then you get experience from him. So when you tell him this is his own.
Well, that's a very good suggestion.
Yeah, there you go.
But he's already done the fasting, so I'm just wondering if there was anything he wanted to share.
Oh, that's great.
Well, it's a long fast. It's that experiment I was talking about to try to get the chemicals out of the blood. So I'm on day 35 now, and I'm going to try to go for 40 days. Yeah.
Okay.
I did 30 last year, and luckily as a teacher I get a big vacation so I can do it. Make sure you have enough fat to start out with.
Yeah.
And then just fat and willpower.
Okay. Anybody have a question, comment? Or anything that you'd like to share your practice to the group?
How are you doing there, Troy?
Well, I made it here today. 5 more days. I'm not really planning on going anywhere, just kind of staying home for now. I've been busy. I've been out and about, but I'm running out of energy real fast right now. Otherwise, good.
That's good.
Thank you for sharing.
So do you do this every year, so it's one a year? Or?
Well, you know, it's an experiment. I'm
Oh, I see.
paying a lot of money for the blood tests every 6 months. So I just turned 50 in May, and
Do they cure any disease, bacteria, any cancer?
yeah, that's the idea. I mean, these
Oh,
are
I see.
PCBs
I see.
in our blood and DET. Yeah, they're definitely cancer causing, and the more I read about them, the more bad things I find out. I just got a book over the weekend by the guy who started Bastyr University, and
Mhm.
he says the PCBs actually might be responsible for 24% of heart attacks because they oxidize the cholesterol and then it clings to the artery walls and causes plaque buildup.
I see.
So it may not just be cancer. There's many other things that they're doing that we don't understand in our bodies.
Okay. Okay, next topic. Anybody have any further question, comment? Anyway, like you share with your trip, Oregon, Michael, can you share the experience to the group? If they are not going last week we went to for 15 timber in the Oregon. So can you share something that you learned to the group? Or you just forgot everything?
He didn't hang on.
let it flow.
Not to sleep, especially with the Russian driving.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. I recommend going. Each one's different, and I think it would have been better if more people from the Wednesday class had the opportunity to go.
Okay, next time we go to the Wednesday. I think as we have last week Anderson Island retreat. Anybody have some experience from that retreat? You can share. Oh, you forgot. So probably next time we do the group on Wednesday. But this kind of cost a lot. Last time we cost about 500 per person travel. Usually we get to 700, but now after the retreat, after the trip, we refund about almost 200 per person because we eat on the timber overnight the food. So
I like spending time with this group. It's just, Anderson Island was a fantastic day.
okay.
I,
So next time we go different island. Anybody suggest any island? Can we go? Hawaii? You can do retreat there. You have money. I think we have a lot of islands around here. Probably next time most island. Yes.
Each one of those complicated words that I can't say is at a different level of enlightenment.
Yes, it's a different state of enlightenment. It's like that fourth stage of become arahant. You can go Google and type it out. It's more detailed. This means that when this 10 different type of reflection feather. So if you release 3, you achieve this level. And you release another 3, you achieve another level. It's like it comes from your mind. So you can go Google and get more detail about this 4th stage. But Zen tradition, we don't go this stage. We direct it to our Buddha nature. This is Theravada tradition. It goes this stage. But our practice, we don't go stage by stage. We go back to our awakened nature, Buddha nature. This is the way to become Buddha. Stage. But Zen tradition, go directly. Yes, you have a question back there?
How many different practices are there in Buddhism?
84,000. Yes. Yes, back there.
Yeah, I had two things. First of all, the mathematician, and he couldn't help but notice that it skipped 100,000, so it jumped from 10,000 to a million.
Don't touch the number. If you touch the number, then you're confused. Let the number go away.
It's a very minor point.
Yes.
It's something that I noticed.
Yes. So don't attach to
No, it didn't cause
inject when you learn Zen tradition. Don't attach to stuff like that. It's just what we call a joke.
joke.
Yes.
Well, just something I noticed.
Okay. Now you know.
Yeah, now I know. More seriously, I do enjoy Anderson Island, and I always enjoy being in nature. And is it kind of required to be in nature to really achieve enlightenment?
No. Enlightenment is everywhere. Even though you sleep with your wife.
But what about the Buddha, for example? He was meditating under the tree. You know, he was in the forest. He wasn't in the middle of the city, was he?
I don't know, you have to ask him. That's a good question. I hope I'm a Buddha, so I can answer that question. I'm not.
Well, my impression was that kind of, it really helped a lot if you're in a very peaceful environment
Yes,
or
that's right.
connected with nature.
So enlightenment is everywhere, but the best thing is the environment. Like enlightenment can be sitting, standing, recline, lying down, or sitting. But the best thing is sitting. You get more mindfulness when you're sitting, more strong than lying. If you're lying and then suddenly you what? Snore. What are you doing here? So the environment is very essential for our practice. But when you're enlightenment, everywhere is enlightenment. Okay, that's good. 2 questions. More questions? Okay, we will say for next Wednesday. We recite the end vows. Living being or innumerable, I vow to save him all. Inflection or endless, I vow to wrap him all. The Buddha Dharma, thou uncountable, I vow to save him all. The Buddha ways in itself, I vow to retain it. I vow to the miracle truth from this will goes everywhere, enrich everyone, so that our worlds and all living beings will realize the Buddha.